in me. I could read your thoughts right now, everyone from A to Z. I just feel happy today. How are you? Woo! Well, let's just get started. All of this, and baby Crone, I went over there to get my cards and forgot. Well, how are you? As for me, I'm really chipper. Hope you feeling copacetic. Thank you. Well, I was singing that song because of Tiffany Haddish. I always see her as every woman. I do see her as over the top. I do see her as, I hope that people don't take an offense to this, but hoodish. And when I say hood, I mean somebody belonging to a neighborhood. Like when you live around a lot of people and you have your cliques and you have your ways of being like a hood like that. Like she's the round-away girl, like she seemed that she could just be somebody's neighbor. You know, so that's why I was singing that song, I'm Every Woman, because that's what Tiffany Haddish remind me of. And you know, I really feel bad for Tiffany, but this is what I'm going to say, and I hope I could be honest. Lately, I'm just trying to work on my own transparency and being honest. Whew. Well, to me, what it seems like, and I'm going to say it, don't judge me, don't judge me, whatever. It just seems like when black people get in trouble, it just seems like we as black people, we go in for the kill. You know, from anyone that's over, that's 40 and above. You grew up in a different epoch. I did that so baby Crone could smile. Look at her, she's beaming because I love her teachings. Well, anyway, in a different era or a different age, there was a time where these things meant nothing. Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, the list go on and on and on. Where these things, however, I am not saying that these things are right at all. I'm not saying that they are right. I'm just saying that there was a time where these things were acceptable. There were no rules to them. So it's like she's over 40, so she's in a different age, a different mindset. And people that's below that, 38, 39, you're always ready to go in. There was a time where men could beat women in this country. And so all these people, I kept saying, why are all these people coming out from the woods? Why 20 years later? Because 20 years ago, 10 years ago, they had nowhere to go. They had nowhere to go. So now that there are rules and everything is getting touchy-feely, rightfully so. Now everything is coming out and people are going to jail for stuff they did 10, 20 years ago. Ooh, we live in a different age. And 40 and above, understand that. So have a little mercy. This was done 10 years ago. So what, she was like in her early 30s? I don't know. Mid-30s, because I don't know how old Tiffany Haddish is. I'm just saying, I'm not taking up, I don't take up for anybody, but I stand up for truth, what I believe to be true, no matter who it is. You could be Lucifer himself, or herself, because I don't believe in that, but I do believe in a negative energy. So you could be Lucifer, him or herself. And if I felt you were right, I would defend that. Because it's a conviction that I have within me. And it just seems like so many people are just wanting these people to fall. That guy, Aris, was a comedian back in the day. You know? I'm just saying, guys, just consider the times. Is that okay? As I go in and read, what is someone wanted me to read on Tiffany's life. Well, I don't want to read on Tiffany's life, but what I do want to read on, I want to know what's going on in Tiffany's life today. how she's coping with this. What does her future look like? What's going on with her? I care.
I have a question.
Please.
How do you feel about her statement coming out saying that she finds the sketch was not really funny now looking back at it?
Because that shows me she grew up. It shows me, like, that was at a time when she was thirsty. She was a comedian. She was trying to get a job. These things were normal. I mean, I remember I had a book, Oodie Oodie, and back in the day, I probably still do now, but I think I'm just shapely. But back in the day, I was like I've never been a big woman. So back in those days, I was like 115, 116. And honestly, I felt like my butt was so big because they would just pop it. Boys would just go and hit it or pop it. And I used to hate it so much that I hated my booty because it drew so much attention. You understand? So now, but even in the class, if I said, oh, Mr. Such and such, he hit my butt, they would say, stop. That's it. It was no, I hope I'm making myself clear. There was nothing for it. And now that we have rules, I don't think that we should go and be sentencing people to the max of something that happened an epoch ago. I'm not saying I'm taking up for, I feel the same way about R. Kelly. I feel the same way about everyone. I feel this way about anyone who has to go anywhere back to get judged for something they did 20 or 10 years ago. 5 I can see. Even 7. But 20 and 10? 50, come on. Am I making a point, Baby Crone?
Yes, you're making a point.
Well, anyway, that's where I stand. Enough of me giggly, gobbly, googling. So, Baby Crone, y'all know I already shuffled up my cards. All I do is shuffle up my cards all day. Oh, that's a lie, because I be busy all day. And the card that fell out is Death. So let's just hide her in the middle. And let's just swish her around and let Baby Crone do her famous cutting. And let's see what's going on with Tiffany. I can read your thoughts right now. Anyone from A to Z. Oh, I don't know. I ain't bragging, 'cause I'm the one. Okay. I don't know why. I said that I wanted to do Tiffany Haddish, and honestly, that is the song that was leaping in my soul. Sing that, Well, Tiff, here we go. Not 3 times. I'm just feeling funny. Very sad moment for her. Very perplexed. She's in deep thought about this. She's in separation right now. She is grieving right now. However, Wheel of Fortune is her middle card. She learned a lot. That no matter what you do, when you get big, it's always something that's going to come from your past and get you. She has a lot. She feels as though she gives a lot. And right now, she just doesn't understand the imbalance. She just feels bad. I'm going to make this card make a little bit more sense. Next row. This card, I don't know what's going to happen, but her career is on the line. She knows this. She worked so hard, and when she did, I don't know these things. So let me say before I start, I'm only reading cards. So let me say, allegedly. Whenever I read any cards, it's allegedly. The only way that I know I'm right is when they come to pass. And sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it's 2 months, sometimes it's a year. But the fact is, what do I say? Do it come to pass? Yes. That's what's important. You all, this is really stressing her out. And this is her present. She's willing to pay anything. She's willing to do whatever it takes to get this off of her, away from her. She is so sorrowful. She is sorrowful and she is so regretful. Whoo! Things are going to turn around for her. She's thinking, she's got lawyers. This is horrible. And I think because, see, y'all, she feels destitute. She's scared. Her whole career is on the balance. This woman feels like she's losing everything. This woman feels like I don't work so hard. This woman is absolutely crushed, guys. Financially, she's looking at, is this going to cause her a financial ruin? Guys, it's no way. She understands she's going to pay for this. How much and what, when, why, and how, she doesn't know that. But look at that. She is grieving, guys. She is sorrowful. Here is the hangman. She feels like she's immersed in water. This has literally taken her breath away. Most of all, it took her funny away. She is not laughing. And there was and let me step away from the cards. I believe it was last week when this story broke and they said that she was in Africa or she was somewhere out of the States. And they said that there was rumors out saying that she was partying and acting like she don't care. But then there was rumor coming out saying she's drinking and very depressed. I like to believe she was drinking and being depressed because this looks like this is something this has worn her out. But hope is here. Hope is going to come for her. It ain't all over. I see this Wheel of Fortune. It's a Wheel of Fortune, baby.
Yes, it is.
It ain't over. It isn't over. So let's go on. You know, when she did this, she didn't know that it was something wrong because that wasn't wrong 10 years ago. And everyone says, you knew better. You knew. Yeah, but it's like it wasn't fun. See, what this card let me know is it's the intent of a thing. Just because you do something that look outwardly vile, that doesn't mean that when they did it, the both of them, they didn't have that concept. They was doing it out of being funny, not out of, I have a sinister motive. This is what's going on here. This is what this card is trying to say. Like, you think you're going to get away with it, but we're out to take you both down. I asked myself the question, why would these people, these little kids come down? I got it, because they were young then. I get it. However, this is certainly going to affect her finances. She doesn't know if it's going to take all that she worked for to pay them. She don't know, but she is willing to do what it takes, not only to make it go away, but to clear her name. She's really sad, guys. She's really sad. This is really bothering her, guys. She is up, guys. This is not a joke. Her career guy, her whole life, everything she worked for, guys. Everything she worked for is in the balance. Her whole career is going down the tubes as we sit here and run cards. She's imagining all kind of things. She's like a child, like her mind. And I'm getting this, I don't know her, but I'm getting this thing where she could be hyper and her mind is racing. She has these negative ideas. She tries to be positive. I just hope that she's around those that she loves and that love her and care about her, because no one should be alone in a moment like this. There's a lot of things, Tiffany. You're moving fast. You're on it. Help is coming. You're going to work it. Honey, you're doing it, girl. You're doing it. You're doing whatever it takes. I know it feels like at the end of the world. It feels like she lost everything. She is afraid, guys. She is afraid. And she's afraid. Look at all these sad cards, guys. Look. For anyone who thinks that she is not sad, she is frightened, guys. I just feel frightened. Her whole career, her movie deals, everything is on the line. Financial. She is, here. Everything here is so many pentacles, guys. This is me. She's looking at financial ruin. She is afraid, guys. She's thinking, is this going to financially ruin me? She's thinking, is it going to affect me? But in this, I see something a little bit curious. This is also a learning process for her. And she is definitely all up in her head thinking. She's like a child in all of this. You see? She's just a child, like energy, like a lot of energy. She's emotional, very emotional, and because she's up in her head. You know how you're angry, you're frustrated, you don't understand who did this, what, when, why, who, how. She's there on one hand, and she's asking these questions, she's in her head, she's frightened. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that you went away on a vacation and you come back and your whole life is in flames? Your whole life, your house, all your wonderful things that you don't work for 40 years. And you come back and not only is your home inflamed, your life, you found out your life. And you got to live through that. This is a very, very dark time for Tiffany Haddish. And some of you might say, well, why are you reading this? Because I wanted to know what is her state. This is the luck card, the Wheel of Fortune. This means this ain't all over. There is hope. There is hope. There is some goodness looking out for her. But you know, sometimes in life, I don't know if this is a correct thing to say or a bad thing, but I know I like to say things. Nothing happens to us in life by accident. Things happen for reasons. And sometimes in life, it could be karma, or sometimes it could just be a debt that had to be paid. I guess that's karma. But know this, karma or not, please understand, no one gets away with nothing. And I think this is what these cards are showing us. Even though it was pure innocence, those kids grew up and felt a way about it. And I don't know, I just believe that it was done young and thirsty. Everyone says she should have known better. She should have known better because of her life. That just lets you know the things we do when we're thirsty. So all I can say to you is be careful. So let's see, what is the final outcome is going to be with this? I feel comfortable to pick here. She's in negotiations. She's in the negotiations. They talking because she wants this to go away. And I don't know if she's going to pay. I don't know what is going to happen to make this go away. But I don't feel as though, from what little bit of the videos I've seen, Aries was more than her, from what I've seen. I didn't see them all, or if there is, I only seen snippet of one, so. And this is her fear. She's like, I worked all my life so I don't have to struggle again. And this is right here before her. She's frightened, guys. She is stressed. And last, her kingdom is coming down. I really feel like crying right now because she lost her funny. Out of everything is hope. Should I pick a card or just leave it? Because I see every time I pick it just gets worse.
Yeah, I would just leave it.
Let's just leave it with this. I was trying to get a good card. I was trying to get a card. So out of all of this madness, guys, we had this, but we had this. You can't make it up. She is broken, guys. She is sad. And if she was a drinker, she's drinking. Because you can't even smile at this. Her world is toppling over as we sit here right now. So what I have to say, I really would want to pick another card, but I'm going to hold this. There is hope. You've done enough good things. You put enough smiles on people's faces. You have been kind. And in all of this, there is a luck card for you. Draw it, Tiff. Isn't that Tiffany Haddish?
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, spin it. Go ahead.
Yes, I would just like to add, poor Tiffany Haddish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she needed more.
She did, yeah. Prayers going up for you, Tiff.
Yes.
And Aries.
Yeah, him too.
Aries. But this is about Tiffany. And Tiffany, things look dark right now. But you got a little sun in your life. Don't give up, Tiffany. It isn't as bad. It is bad. It is bad. Because you got to fight against your peers. And a lot of your peers are like Linnell. Was it Linnell? I mean, there are people just going after. I don't want to say who. It's just so many people. So if it's not Linnell, I apologize. It's just people are going after her with a vengeance. Not understanding the times. These are just different times. We know today you cannot do anything like that. 10 years ago, it was coming, but it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? So now it's like, 20 years ago, these things did not have, they were hidden. And these were things that we winked at. We're not no longer winking at them. And I just hope that everything work out, because right now the cards do look bleak. But there is hope in it. So it ain't over yet. So I'm going to have to come back to this, because I'm just doing where she's at right now. And right now, she is really just in a really dark place right now. So with that being said, I thank you, my little crones, my little munchkins, and my little chickens. Thank you for joining us. Ciao. I feel icky.